USA beforehand. They got like 8 coaches with 600 wins. Yeah. Well, from an offensive standpoint, that was certainly no artistic performance. I think we're very fortunate to have won the game. We were not very sharp, not from the very beginning. Didn't do the things that we had planned to do. Looked sloppy with the ball. We only had 12 turnovers, but we had 8 assists, which tells you we were just not passing the ball very well. And that's a shame because against Radford the other day, we were starting to move the ball well, and we really worked on that in practice. To come here tonight, looked like we were already home for Christmas. I've had a lot of teams over the years that have done that. Most of them lost. But tonight, unfortunately, our defense was good enough, especially in the last 7.5 minutes to win the game. And that group that basically played the whole 7.5 minutes, I called the timeouts basically to rest them because they were doing a pretty good job defensively and on the boards.
Coach, you just talking about your decision to go to that 3-4 2-guard lineup?
We've been playing it sporadically in the first 10 games. It's got some size and rebounding ability, and Tulane's major strength in our evaluation was they're a heck of an offensive rebounding team. They're first or second in the Conference USA in that category. So putting a bigger lineup out there at times was what we wanted to do. I didn't know we were going to play it the whole last 8 or 10 minutes, but once I found the combination worked for us to defend them properly, then we were going to stick with it. We didn't score very well tonight. We only ended up with 60 points, and we need to do much better than that to be the kind of team that we expect to be.
How do you see Ryan Pearson progressing now? He gave you a double-double and was in there obviously late in the game.
Well, Ryan is one of those unique players who just has a knack. I don't, it's not his post moves, it's not his jump shot. He just has a knack of scoring. Same with his rebounding. He'll get a tip. He'll tip it to himself. He'll get a great rebound in traffic. If you can do that on a regular basis, and it's like Jai Lewis. Jai was the master of the no jump rebound. I think Ryan Pearson is the master of the tip rebound. He can tip it to himself and come up with the ball. So very, very pleased with his effort tonight.
What about Darryl? He seemed to score at the crucial moments. You guys were tied. He came back and got 2 free throws.
Yeah,
and then 2 possessions later, he had the great baseline turnaround jump shot. Can you just talk about his kind of efficiency?
Well, we told the team at one of the timeouts that Darryl had taken 1 shot at the half. We're not throwing him the ball. One of the things that is very, very underrated by just the casual observer is the ability to post feed. Like Lamar Butler was a great post feeder. My son John Larinaga was a great post feeder. When you have guys who just are good at getting the ball to the guy at the right time in the right spot, and we don't really have a designated post feeder right now. And I want Cam Long and John Vaughn to be aggressive looking for their shots, but we still need a transporter, a guy who knows how to throw the click pass, who makes the extra pass. And if we could find that, I think it'd really help us offensively.
Coach John was very instrumental in the win tonight. He had the block early and then another block in the second half. Can you just talk about how he played tonight?
Well, John is asked to do a lot of different things for us. He normally guards the other team's best perimeter player. He did a good job in that category tonight. He also, got on the boards. I don't know how many rebounds. He ended up with 8 rebounds, and against a team that offensive rebounds so much, there are a lot of missed shots. We had 43 rebounds tonight. John got 8 of them, so he's doing his part in a lot of categories. We need him to make threes. I thought his 3, I think his score was 5. I think we were up 5 with a few minutes to go, and he nailed a 3-pointer. And I thought that gave our team a lot of confidence that we were going to be in front toward the end of the game.
How about, you seem to, over the years, been able to get a lot of consistent rebounding from your guards. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Well, actually, when we recruited John Vaughn and Fowler and Campbell in particular, I remember saying to the assistant coaches, these guys are really good players, but they don't rebound. And they spend too much time around the three-point circle and not in the paint. And we spent a good portion of their career trying to get them to be more attentive to defensive rebounding in particular. And I think John has done a good job there. I don't know where he is in the record book, but I think he's a good rebounding guard, but he plays the three spot, so he has to rebound for us.
What does that do for your team to be able to have guards that can rebound like that?
Well, one of the things about rebounding is the ball is rarely rebounded above the rim. And every guy on our team can like dunk the ball. So that means you can jump over the rim. You can get your wrist above the rim. So rebounding is not a matter how big, tall you are. It's a matter of desire and determination to go get the basketball. And we drill it in practice, and it's up to the players to make it important to them. And when guys don't do that, that's a problem. Because guards, you can't expect your big guys to get all the rebounds. You look here, Ryan Pearson had 13, Darrell had 5, Lewis had 4, but Cam Long had 5, and John Vaughn had 8. That's huge for us, for them to get that many rebounds.
They worked hard at keeping the ball away from John Vaughn during the second half. Does that take you out of your normal offense?
It does when you're playing offense the way we were. We weren't moving the ball very well. We weren't screening very well. It's always difficult to run offense when you're not doing the little things, the fundamentals correctly. And tonight we are very, very fortunate that we were able to win a game executing the way we did.
Because where do you think? I'm sorry. Where do you think you need to get better with conference play right around the corner?
Well, league play is so different because people know each other so much better, and we're going to see different kinds of defenses, and we got to be prepared for all of them.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
You guys did it for